Welcome back. Let's take a quick look at the F-16C Block 50 Devblog that just happened to drop on the Gaijin website. I want to very quickly go over the differences between the A and the C model, what you can expect, my general thoughts on it, and just the way it's probably gonna be implemented. If you are familiar with the A model as well as the ADF model, you know that the A model is quite a bit more maneuverable. And this mostly comes down to the fact that it's 300 kilograms lighter than the ADF. Now this might not sound like that much, especially on a supersonic jet. However, the F-16s in general, relatively speaking at least, are a pretty light plane. So 300 kilograms will definitely impact the performance quite a lot. And now if you look at the ADF and the C model, so keep in mind the ADF is already 300 kilograms more than the A model. The difference is massive. The ADF will be 600 kilograms lighter than the C model. So the C model is definitely gonna sacrifice a little of performance here for the rest of its kit, and of course that's where the disadvantages kind of end. But keep in mind, if you have flown the F-16 extensively, you realize that the lower you are on fuel, the better your plane becomes. And this of course goes for almost every plane, but a few vehicles in the game like the J7E and the F-16 are super sensitive to this weight change for the same reasons as I just specified. So I do think that the C model is going to be quite a bit more bricky, and it's probably going to have to be flown a little bit differently because the low speed agility is going to be nowhere near as good. However, you are going to be looking at a much better engine, and the new engine here will produce 6,000 pounds of extra thrust on afterburner, which is quite a decent amount because again, the F-16 is a relatively speaking light plane. The thrust to weight, especially at low speed here, at least looking at the thrust curves and looking at the Devblog here, the low speed thrust is going to be quite a bit better. The high speed thrust is not going to be that different because of the extra drag, just the extra weight and everything together. So if you are going to be looking at higher speed, it's only going to be marginally better, which is fine because the F-16 is not a plane that likes to be sitting at high speed. But as we all know, with top tier planes, the flight performance is most of the time not going to be the main selling point unless the kit of the plane absolutely lacks. And this kit, I can tell you, definitely isn't lacking, and the flight performance is definitely not going to be so bad that it's going to be unflyable. Far from it. It's probably going to be pretty damn strong. But let's take a quick look at the kit. We are going to be looking at a better radar, which it definitely didn't need because the F-16A radar for at least game standards here is already plenty powerful. And I'm not saying that it doesn't need a better radar, I'm just saying that the A model radar is already so good that you're probably not really gonna notice any drastic change here. Sure, it's gonna be better, but the A model is already good enough in basically every scenario, so are you really gonna notice a better radar here? Most likely not. But hey, it's always very welcome. And then let's take a quick look at the weapon set here, because we are looking at 2 extra pylons under the wing, which means that you will now be able to carry 8 instead of 6 missiles, which is a great change, because well, 8 is always better than 6. And I'm not sure how they are gonna handle the distribution of weapons. It should be able to carry 6 radar missiles under the wings, and then the 2 AIM-9Ls on the wingtips. But at the same time, it shouldn't be able to carry AIM-7s at all, at least not for the domestic American model, at least as far as I'm aware. Maybe I'm wrong on this, someone in the comments will definitely let me know. However, I don't think the game is ready for AIM-120s, so for the sake of game balance, I do think that sacrificing a little bit of historic accuracy is okay here. The F-16 is going to be plenty good. Now, I do kind of wonder how they are going to implement the weapon system here, because looking at all the screenshots, it carries 4 AIM-9Ls. 4 AIM-9Ls, 4 AIM-9Ls, 4 AIM-9Ls. As you can see, it carries 4, so I'm thinking they are probably going to implement it with 4 Sparrows, 4 AIM-9s. I wonder if you can mix that up. Maybe you can make your own loadout where you carry 6 and 2. Maybe you can make a loadout where you carry 8 Sidewinders. Maybe you can make a loadout where you carry 3 AIM-7s and 5 Sidewinders. I'm not really sure what they are going to do. I wonder about that. Time will tell. We are probably looking at a dev server in the weekend here. If it does drop in the weekend, I will definitely be streaming it as per usual. So feel free to tune in then. I don't have any insider information. I have no idea if it's actually going to drop, but normally it does drop in the weekend after the devblogs have been starting to pour in. But time will tell. We will have to see how they implement it. Feel free to tune in my streams if I do stream this weekend, and otherwise I will see you in the next video.